Welcome everyone. Welcome to another comic book haul for you. And we will always start off like we always do with my pull. And I love these dollar comics and these True Believers, you know I do. And of course here we have Batman number 386, the first appearance of Black Mask. And just a really nice cover. I don't know what it is about the yellow. Whenever there's a yellow on a cover, it just seems to really stand out nicely. Shadow of the Bat. Batman Shadow of the Bat number 1, the last Arkham. Don't remember this one, but anyways, there it is in DC Dollar Comics. And then we have Batman Mark of Cain number 567. Again, don't remember this. This is probably when I was kind of out of the comic, realm. But and then the last one in the Dollar Comics for DC is Green Lantern Rebirth number 1, and I do remember this one. But gotta love those dollar comics and these True Believers and this True Believer. Look at this True Believer, isn't that amazing? Look at that, Tales of Suspense, the Icy Fingers of Jack Frost, True Believers number 1, Iron Man 2020, Pepper Potts, whatever. Just that original Iron Man gold costume. Just and one thing when I was a kid, I always wondered. So he's got them in this giant ice cube. How are they able to breathe in there? Even when I was a kid, I always wondered about that. How is that even possible? But you gotta love that Iron Man first gold suit. It looks amazing. True Believers number 1, Wolverine doing his Wolverine thing. Somebody with some mighty claws there. Don't remember that one. And then of course, Machine Man. I remember this True Believers Machine Man. I think I do have this hanging around here somewhere. Very nice indeed. So that is Dollar Comics and True Believers out of the way. Let's go on to my pull. And just a beautiful cover. This is Lucio Perillo, and it is Vengeance of Vampirella number 5. Storyline has been okay. The covers have been absolutely amazing, as you can see. I was excited to hear that this gentleman was going to be doing this book. This is Jai Lee, or Jay Lee, whichever you want. Red Sonja number 13. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. I do like his art, but I don't know if Red Sonja is his vessel to dabble in. I am kind of hoping with Red Sonja we see John Boy Myers or Mike McKone come back. The covers are just terrible, and here's one for you exactly. Covers Babs Tarr. This is Vampirella and Red Sonja number 6. What an absolutely horrific cover this is. This is just terrible. This is what you see in kindergarten, grade school stuff. This is a horrible cover. And I guess they find anybody to do these that has the ability to hold a pencil or whatever, because this is absolutely a horrific cover. If I didn't, I will, when I do find a different number 6, I will literally throw this one away. Very happy to see this come out. In Hyuk Lee is your cover artist. It is Darth Vader number 1. I've been waiting for this one, and I do love the Darth Vader series of stories. It's just fan-friggin-tastic, so I'm very happy to see this back. Great cover, just the right amount of dark, just the right amount of red. Looks just fantastic. Really, really done well. That is my pull. Not very big, and yeah, it's just not so big anymore because I do focus on other things. Went over to Dave and Judy's, and I picked some stuff up. This is from 1994. My favorite Batman artist, Kelly Jones. This is Batman Night Quest: The Crusade number 504 with Catwoman on it, and Kelly Jones just is one of my favorite Batman cover artists. And you know, he does Deadman well. He did Batman well. He does a lot of Kings of Fear was great. I really am he is my favorite Batman artist, is Kelly Jones. Just love the way he draws. Picked this one up 1982. Gene Day is your cover artist. Master of Kung Fu number 115, and I'm working to get this entire run of Masters of Kung Fu. I'm not, every day of my life, but when I do find them and I know I haven't got them, I pick them up. Nice cover. I like this one. This one is from 1978. Keith Giffen is your cover artist, and of course it is Marvel Premiere featuring Jack of Hearts number 44. Jack of Hearts is one of my favorite characters when I was a younger kid. I don't know why. I don't know, maybe because we played a lot of cards in the day, I don't know, but I really like Jack of Hearts, and you just don't see him much. So whenever I can find one, I will grab it up, because I think Jack of Hearts is a pretty cool kind of guy. But I know a lot of people don't care for Jack of Hearts, but I do. So when I see him, I grab him up. This is Ramona Fradon, 1979. The Super Friends, number 24, and this of course tied in with the DC TV comics. This was a TV show Saturday morning, Super Friends, and it looks like the JLA is in a little bit of trouble there, and yeah, the Super Friends are not being so nice. We'll pull that out of there. So those are the kind of books I kind of like to hunt down. And then I saw this and I had to pick this up. Every time I see a Charlton book, I think of Charlton 366 or 663. Warren Sattler is your cover artist. Billy the Kid, number 131. And Billy the Kid just doing his Billy the Kid stuff. What can I tell you? And then Dave kind of gifted me some books, and I'm going to show them to you. This is from 2018. Marcos Martin is your cover artist, and this is Barrier number 1. He gave me 2 of these. And what's interesting about these books is they are a sideways book. You have to read it that way. The whole book is sideways, and it's just a little bit bigger than a normal comic. But Barrier number 1, he gave me 2 of them. I have not read it yet, so I don't know what the story is about. But I thank you, Dave and Judy, for giving me that. And he must have been reading my mind. This is from 1988, first print. Cover is Boswell, and it is my buddy Reed Fleming, the world's toughest milkman. And there he is about to get hung. Dave, Silver Age Dave turned me on to Reed Fleming. Just something about, you know, this whole thing, and it's an adult comic. It's mature audiences, but it's pretty funny. Reed Fleming, he's a tough guy. What can I tell you? Gotta love Reed Fleming, the world's toughest milkman. Then Dave gave me these. Now I have this complete line, but I never turn these down when I see them. 2005, Space Ghost, my favorite comic or cartoon when I was growing up. And the reason it became my favorite cartoon growing up in northern BC, it was the only one we had. There was just nothing else. And this is Space Ghost number 2, Alex Ross cover, a beautiful Alex Ross cover. Number 3, another equally beautiful Alex Ross cover, and number 6, and it is a 6-story series. I do have the full run, but I never mind getting extras of Space Ghost, the Alex Ross covers, when I can get them. I did love and the TV series, or the cartoon, was it was pretty sappy when I look back on it, but what can I tell you? Dave also gave me this from 1988. Ty Templeton was the cover artist, and this is Who's Who in the Legion of DC Superheroes. Oh, sorry, in the Legion of Superheroes. And it's just basically, you know, it's a fanzine is what it is to a certain degree. You can see where somebody put a cup of coffee down on it right there. And then Dave gave me this. This is from 1980. This is called, the cover is by Campbell Graphics. And this magazine was formerly known as The Heroin Addict. And it is The Heroines Showcase number 18. And it is, it's a fanzine. And it is a fanzine kind of on, you know, swashbuckling, sword and babes sort of thing, and dragons and whatnot. So very happy to get this. It's a rough book, and you can tell that this was an indie book to get done back in the day. But it's got Lady Sif on the cover, battling a dragon, and a really neat book to have. Smaller than a comic, all pulp paper, black and white inside. Really neat. I really like it. So thank you, Dave and Judy. And then, as always, I always look for these kind of books, of course. 1971, Herb Trimpe is your cover artist, and this is The Incredible Hulk, number 143, At Last, Dr. Doom. Two of my favorite characters to have on a cover of a comic, of course, is Hulk and Dr. Doom. You can't go wrong with that. But what gets my attention here is the yellow writing and all of the action going on in behind. And this is in extremely, really nice shape. And these are the kind of books that I'm going for now. And that's why my pull goes down, is because these are the books I'm after. And then I picked this one up in 1974. This is the first 25-cent price issue. Cover is Gil Kane, and it has the Marvel value stamp of Kull in it. So if I give you that, can you guess what it is? It, of course, is the amazing Son of Satan, number 15. And look at the colors, and look at the action, and look at the shape of this book. This is amazing book, but I just love the colors. This is what's missing today in the comic world, is this kind of cover. Today with the digital and airbrush stuff, it's just not the same. You can tell these were hand drawn and everything, and you can tell what a beautiful book to end on. So I just want to say thank you very much, everyone, for stopping in. Thank you, everyone who supports my live show. I'm having so much fun doing that with my brother in Toydom, Marcello's Toy Room. And this coming Sunday, we'll have another one with a couple of guests. And if you've got nothing better to do, tune in Sunday mornings, 10 a.m. PST, which would be 11 Mountain, 12 Eastern Time, for about an hour of just looking at rescued toys, new toys, and vintage everything, and talking toys. That's what we're doing. So if you've got nothing better to do with your time, drop in and see us. Area 51, home of the superheroes, saying thank you very much for stopping in, and we will catch you guys all on the next one. Bye-bye.